Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. You join me here deep, quite literally deep, and you'll see in a second, in the beautiful Yorkshire Dales. Here I am on this little trail. Doesn't look too bad here, but we haven't got off to the best start. So let's go take a quick look at the T7 there that is currently resting spindle deep in some incredibly deep and sloppy mud. I'm going to try to extricate the bike myself, but I do think this is going to need the help of some willing hands. So hopefully, fingers crossed, there'll be a few TRF members come along at some point and can help me dig this bike out. Dear, dear me, we are well and truly buried in the mud. And on that note, let's QVT.
Where do you go when you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun, cause you're desperate? Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison? What's your pleasure?
I need to be in that rush, but then getting the bike out. Okay then folks, so that is the titles and the opening section and everything out the way. Here we are, extricated. Thank you very much to the guys from the TRF. Very much appreciated indeed. Let's just take a little walk around the bike now. She's out of the mud, back onto, well, she's in the mud still, but out of the deep sloppy mud. You can see that everything is absolutely caked solid there. And that'll obviously shake off and wash off as we go along. I'm going to get the bike up onto the road, clean the registration plate off so that we're legal, obviously, and get the brakes and everything sorted on the road. So, yeah, not necessarily the start we were looking for, but hey, this is trail riding and you never know what's going to happen. So this is going to sound terrible with all that mud grinding and churning away as we go. So here's our lane. Whoa. There we are. You know, it's interesting, the guy's saying there that this is mainly just, you know, mainly the preserve of the enduro bikes, this kind of lane, and you can certainly see why. I've never done it before. And there we are, back onto the much welcome hard stuff. Wowzers. Well, here we are, just momentarily taking a little bit of a break just off the bike, just to get my breath back and recharge the batteries and get a little bit of fluids inside me as well. This really is the start of my trail riding day, even though it's been some adventure and we're pretty much about noon now. So we're on the very western edge of the Coffee Bean Trail, and I'm going to climb all the way steeply up to the top, and the Coffee Bean sculpture, I believe, is somewhere right up on the top up there. I have seen quite a lot of cars parked in the various laybys off the main road, so I am expecting to see quite a few people up there. May even see some four-wheel drivers, and also may see some mountain bikers as well. I'm most likely going to stop in and around the Coffee Bean and get a little bit of lunch, and that's probably where we'll get the drone launched so you guys can have a look around as well. We've got a spectacular day, very high cloud cover. All of the fell tops are fully exposed, So it's going to be an absolutely amazing day once I make this climb. A couple of little dips and water splashes as we go through, but then we'll get over to the Coffee Bean and get some lunch. So as expected, people on the Coffee Bean Trail. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, thank you. Afternoon. And let's get on our merry way. Climb, 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 baby. Now it's got to be said, it's this much more, much more my territory, much more T7 territory than that opener there in the video. Wowzers. I would have been royally stumped without them, to be fair. So here's the first little splash out that we go through. Just as the track works its way across. So you won't be able to make it. This is an absolutely incredible trail, and it's one my buddy Richie hasn't done. It takes about 4 seconds. What's the suspension on this one? It's quite an impact one, so you wouldn't want to hit that at speed. It's absolutely incredible, fantastic to have you guys along and to see that type of view. Across, get the obligatory photo of the bike and the Coffee Bean. Superb, look at that. But hopefully with the drone footage that we're seeing high on the Coffee Bean Trail looking down the Eden Valley, absolutely incredible. So farewell Coffee Bean, farewell the Eden Valley, looking out to the very, very west. We're now heading east. It's a little bit too breezy here for some lunch. So what I'm actually going to do is extricate the bike off here without causing any damage to the grass. And I'm going to head myself over. There's a little gorge that we come across. And that's the one that I think we'll just be able to get ourselves out of the breeze, out of the wind, in the shelter of the trees there. And that should give me a better opportunity to have some lunch. So here's a clump of trees. There's a gate section that we've got to go through. It's quite a deep gorge. I believe it's a little bit of a walk and a trek to get down into the gorge. Otherwise I would very readily jump off the bike and show you. But I think given that we're ploughing into a headwind now, that seems to be a more logical place to stop and get a little bit of lunch. What an absolutely incredible day. What an incredible place. Look at this. Very definitely worth coming out. You can see how rutted this gets. It's very, very popular with four-wheel drives. So I'm constantly kind of in and out of the ruts. Sometimes it's more beneficial to be in the rut, sometimes it's not. And I'll pick the centre line of the track, and sometimes I'll go a little bit wider off-piste, nice and gentle on the throttle, ensuring that we're not leaving any scars on the grass. But quite often it can cause less damage by running a little bit wider and off-piste than trying to stick regimented to the track. You've just got to use a little bit of common sense at the end of the day, folks. And here is one of those such places. Let's get down across here, look. Rather than stick on that centre section, get across here, it's a little bit firmer. And this looks like a much, much better lunch stop. I can feel the breezes that eased off already. Hasn't eased off, but I am picking the shelter up of these trees and the wall, etc. Absolutely perfect. I could think of worse places to have lunch than this. So this was our little lunch spot there, just in the shelter of the breeze. Absolutely fantastic. Where are we? We are on Hellgill Bridge. This is Hellgill Gorge to my left and to my right, quite obviously. Now I did this in the summer last year, but there was an awful lot of foliage on the trees and you couldn't actually see over the bridge to how far down. Look at that for a gorge. Hopefully the GoPro is light adjusting enough to see that, but that's a long way down. Just the way that the water has dug in and carved. Let me see if I can't do the same on this side. Carved down through the limestone. That's probably a better shot in terms of light adjustment, and at least you can see this time with the lack of foliage. Just unbelievable. We're going to get on our way. You can see how popular this is from all of the tracks and trails. We've got a very rutty section to get ourselves through here, and then we drop down and we pick the road up that we can see across the way. And here we are. Signage from the TRF: please close the gate at all times, even if found open, and we've done that because we know there's livestock on the other side. Hey ho, let's get across these roads. And this is a split where there is a TRO to our left, a restriction order, so we can't go down there, which is a bit of a shame because the trail is about the same length again, I believe, pretty much all the way to Apposset, which is almost Hawes for those that want a little bit more geography. However, we've got a reasonable little descent down to the farm. Just got to negotiate these ruts. I would imagine in a Land Rover that these really would bounce you about somewhat. And this is the nice little gravel descent now down to the farm. This is the way that I came up last time, and I'm really surprised today not to have met any four-wheel drive. There's quite a few runners and hikers about, which is always nice to see and nice to have that interaction with them. And every single person that has either passed me at lunch spot or I've passed prior to that, it's been a very positive exchange and interaction, which is hugely encouraging to see, given the differences in our enjoyment and pastime. And here we are then, folks. It is pretty much the end of the Coffee Bean Trail. You can see the farm there up in front of us, just a few short 100 metres as it were, and then we pick the road section back up again. So it's been an absolutely incredible day today, very much a day of discovery as you've seen, and a day of bogging the T7 down as well. So let me get pulled up here. So if you guys have stuck with me to the end, then thank you very much for your company as always. It has been fantastic today. I've had the bike buried down to the spindles on both wheels, and I needed the assistance of the TRF to get the bike out, but that's what the F stands for, and it's fellowship, always willing to give a hand when needed, and boy was it needed this morning. So yeah, a little bit of a morning treat there on the video. I hope you've enjoyed the beautiful Coffee Bean Trail high up here in the Yorkshire Dales. I'm still quite a way west, and I'm going to enjoy just for myself now, which is why I've opted to fly solo today, some of the trails on the way home without bringing you guys along. You've seen most of them anyway, but it is quite nice to ride periodically just myself and me and the bike, and that's what I intend to do. So if you have stuck with me to the end, then thank you very much for your company as always. If you haven't done so already, then please hit that subscribe button. I mean, wow, we were something in the region of about 80 or 90 subscribers since the last video, so thank you very much to everybody that did that, and long may that trend continue. If you care to leave a comment, then please do so as well, both positive or negative. I do my level best to reply to every comment that I get, irrespective of what it's all about. So the final thing for me to do, to say to you guys, as always, from beautiful Yorkshire Dales, wherever you are folks, enjoy your ride, keep it safe, keep it shiny side up, and we will catch you for the next one. Cheers folks, bye now, bye.